I'm so confused. Thought I had it right this time. Say he did.
Welcome back to my channel. I'm sorry to be coming on camera looking like this. You know what? It is what it is. Today we are doing a scalp detox and also just a refresh of everything. That's the type of week that I'm having. Have you ever just had one of those weeks where you're just tired? And not just physically tired, you're showing up, you're doing all the things, you're checking all the boxes, but you are literally holding on by a thread. Honestly, have been feeling like I have been putting so much time into managing everything, and it just has not come back to me or myself. Just didn't notice that I was actually slipping in the process. When I did notice, I just kept telling myself, okay, push through, pull through, and not really like giving any type of time to myself or saying like pause. Okay, you had to pause, but at some point the pushing starts pushing back, and it's like you have to focus. The boundaries get blurred. You start giving more than what you're supposed to be giving. I don't know, you just start to neglect yourself. That's when you know it's time to pour back into yourself. So today we are doing that on the scalp, but also in the mind as well, because we are going to be making this a whole little routine. So I have this 3-step scalp routine that I'm going to show you guys to completely detox your scalp, to completely get rid of the buildup on your scalp. I don't know, this is just a little relaxing routine that I do occasionally. I don't do it all the time. You can do this weekly, you can do this bi-weekly. I normally just do it when I feel that it's time to do the routine. Okay, besides the fact that I kind of like went on a whole rant for the intro of this video that I hope was super helpful to anybody who needed to hear that, I am going to show you guys how my scalp looks, because I have not washed my hair for, I'm ashamed to say, but don't judge, at least 3 weeks. And when it comes to my scalp, honey, oh my gosh, the scalp is not looking good. There's not a lot of buildup on my scalp, but there is a lot of dryness, and I've been like itching my scalp. So I made a mint scalp mix that I'm gonna put on my roots. I have the exact recipe for how I made this down in the description box. Okay, step 1 is I'm going to go ahead and use my scalp massager. I'm gonna be using this to like get any buildup lifted before I go in with my DIY mixture. So let me take off my bracelets. So I have my scalp massager. I have on my skim shirt and it looks so big on camera. Love a good scalp massage. That in itself just gives your scalp a lot of stimulation and preps it for whatever routine you're about to do. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my mint DIY scalp detox. And you can detox your scalp in many ways. This little bottle is so much better because it gets directly to the root area. Okay, so we got the first side done. Someone commented and said that my hair looks a lot thicker than what they remember. I've actually been doing a lot of routines and stuff to make sure that when I do focus on my hair, that I'm really getting into the time and energy that I'm putting into it, and just, you know, taking more time instead of rushing through my routines. So I'm completely done with that. This right here is all gone. I had a whole set of products that I was going to be showing you guys today, but it's been a change of plans because I just received a package a little bit before this video, and I opened up the package. It was PR, so I didn't know what it was going to be, and it was hair products. And guess what? The products that I was going to try out today, I'm not going to try out today. I want to do these first, and then I'll do another video with the products I was going to try out. So I'll have like a hint of what collection I was going to try out somewhere on this video or something like that. But iHerb has a new hair line. And if you're not familiar with iHerb, they sell a lot of like clean products. It's pretty much a marketplace for clean products, and they are an online brand, and I have worked with them in the past. This is not a sponsored video, but I have worked with them in the past, and I just never thought about the fact that they would do like hair products. Okay, so their line is called the California Go Nutrition Beauty, and they sent over their shampoo, their strengthening conditioner, and both of these are infused with biotin. And it is rosemary mint. That's the thing that made me want to try this, because I'm like, oh my god, I'm using a rosemary detox in my hair, so this is perfect. They also sent over their strengthening hair mask. I'm going to be using for my leave-in the Angelic Cocoa No Separation 2-in-1 conditioner from my line. If you guys are wondering, this is back in stock. This has been out of stock for a very long time. It has a new formula. It's back. That's what we're going to be using for products today.
Need you for the old me, need you for my sanity, need you to remind me where I come from. Can you remind me of my gravity? Remind me when I'm tumbling, spiraling, plummeting down to earth. You keep me down to earth. Call me on my bullshit, out of me and save my booty, getting bigger even if it.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put my hair up in a ponytail. I'm gonna give my hair a little bit of a braid. By the way, these products, okay, these are good. Like, I don't know what I was expecting from this brand, but I wasn't expecting too much because I didn't know if it was gonna be good for like our hair, if you know what I mean. It's like, girl, my hair feels good. And I did a test to where I washed the conditioner out completely, and when I got out of the shower, I wanted to know if the conditioner, if the feel is still there, because I hate products to where your hair feels amazing in the shower, but then when you get out, it doesn't feel the same way. That's a good thing. That's a great sign. So now I'm gonna go in with the Angelic Cocoa No Separation conditioner, and it's a leave-in and a wash out, so you can use it either way. And I absolutely love the Nourish Angelic Cocoa conditioner because it's just so gentle on your hair. One, it's not super heavy, but it also moisturizes your hair really, really good. And take the Angelic Cocoa Curl Force Jelly and put that on top of my hair just to lay everything down.
This feels like summer, boy, you make me feel so alive. Just be my lover, boy, you lead me to paradise.
Through drought and famine, natural disasters, my baby has been around for me. Kingdoms are falling, angels be calling. None of
I made a really potent mint tea for me to drink. By the way, this cup was made by Naraya. We went to a pottery class back when she was younger. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and drink this. This is so, I love making, and this is straight from mint leaves. Like there's no tea bags or anything like that. I let the mint leaves steep in there, and then I took the mint leaves out and I have my mint tea going. Okay, so I made a whole little cozy space. I have my candle going. I have my mint tea right here. It's still super hot, so I can't really drink it. I'm waiting for it to cool down. I have everything kind of like set up so we can talk some more. Yeah, I did a little bit of a journal entry. I didn't show that part of the video because I really wanted to sit down and like really gather my thoughts and really like journal. And let me just tell you something that I'm personally learning. Number one is definitely choosing yourself is not selfish. A lot of times that comes off as selfish when you decide to, you know, think of yourself first per se. And a lot of times that's categorized as, oh, that's a very selfish act for you to do. I'm kind of learning that that's not always the case. Choosing yourself actually makes you feel a lot more honest with what you're wanting and honest with yourself, as far as you're not lying to yourself saying, okay, this situation's okay or this certain thing is okay, when really you're just choosing someone else's feelings or choosing another situation over yourself. And the journal entry that I kind of did today to like refresh my mind and just reset is and a lot of times my answer was to keep the peace, but also it's not really keeping the peace if you're just doing something to avoid conflict. But I realized that when you do that too often, it becomes a more internal thing. So you do it outwardly to avoid, you know, conflict, but then you also end up in the end creating some type of conflict within yourself, because then it carries on with different situations where you're just not speaking up for what you want out of situations or what you want out of the way people are like treating you, or what you want from a situation in general, like what you are gonna get out of it. So it's an equal give and take. I know you just start to feel it in your mood, you start to feel it in your motivation. It just all comes back to like, how are you treating yourself and how is that affecting you as a person? So yeah, I found that it just comes down to the fact that saying no is a complete sentence. Saying no without guilt is completely fine. Taking that space to like not feel like that you need to explain anything or that you have to go into detail on why you're not going to do something is honestly so powerful, and it gives you back your power of saying, this is where I stand with this is the boundary, and we're not really gonna negotiate on why I will not let you cross it. Yeah, those are my little thoughts that I wrote in my journal. I thought it would be better to like tell you guys what I wrote in my journal rather than just show me writing. And honestly, if any of you are going through a situation like that where you feel like that boundaries are not being appreciated or boundaries are being crossed, I want you guys to know that you do have the power, and you can step into your power to say, absolutely not, I'm not doing that, or absolutely not, that is not an equal give and take, and just be done with it. Like, that's an absolute no for me, and that's all I have to say. Not everyone wants to hear the word no, but some people really do respect it, and they're like, oh, okay, that's not what you want, boom, we'll give you what you want. Or they'll just go to someone else that will accept whatever they're giving. But anyways, I learned that that's the way to go. I learned that people only reflect on their actions if you set those type of boundaries. Honestly, you end up getting way more than what you would have ever thought when you do have those clear boundaries. So if you have been feeling off this week, if you have been feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm taking on the weight of the world right now, or I'm not speaking up in spaces where I definitely need to speak up, then you're definitely not alone. But just remember that you have more power in situations than you know. And a lot of times you can easily take back that power by exercising your boundaries and just letting people know that, no, that's just not what I'm going to accept, or no, this is not the way that it's going to go. And no is a complete sentence. Let's all agree to like stop pouring from empty cups and giving to empty situations that we literally get nothing back from, but instead start accepting and creating moments in lives that pour back into us, and it's just more of an equal exchange. So I wanted to put that in this video because that is what my journal prompt was, and that was what I was talking about a lot in my journal today. So yeah. I hope you guys like this video of me doing a pretty much mental reset and a scalp reset, both in one. This wasn't really a physical reset for me. I will be back with a video, you know, doing that. But this was more of like a mental reset, a refresh, and also your scalp has a lot to do with like releasing. So I wanted to do a really good scalp massage as well, and a really good scalp detox. I just feel so much better than what I did. If you guys enjoyed this type of video, make sure you give it a like, and let me know down below if you're going to be trying any of these tips in this video, rather it's like the journal prompt that I talked to you guys about, or the scalp detox, or anything in this video, and anything that you want to add, also leave it down below. And make sure you guys like this video, because I've been seeing that a lot of people have been watching the videos but not liking and not commenting. So make sure you guys like and comment. It really does help me out, and it also pushes the video out so that YouTube, the algorithm or whatever, can know that you guys like this type of content. And if you're looking for my products, if you're wondering if some things have been back in stock, the jelly's back in stock, and my 2-in-1 conditioner is back in stock, so you can go on my website to find that. And I just opened up for the first time ever one-on-one sessions with me. So if you wanted to get a one-on-one session, make sure that you book on my website, because I had that open now, but that is definitely not going to be open forever. So if you're interested in that, everything's going to be down in the description box. Also, in that one-on-one session, we do go pretty deep, and I also make you a customized product for your hair in particular. So everything that we talk about, I put it all together, and then I'll make your custom product. So it's really good stuff. Everything was going to be down in the description box, as I mentioned, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.
I'm so confused. Thought I had it right this time. Said he did too.